Welcome back. I've just spent like 3 hours trying to get my milling machine working again. It had forgotten what it was all about in the past winter, and I thought I'd record a little session about how I went about getting it going again. I hope I'll be able to explain most of the steps, and if there's anything missing, I guess you guys will type it in the comments below, and I'll make my best effort to answer it. Alright, so basically this is how the machine should look when you start it up. So this is the Emco VMC-100 mill with the Emcotronic TM02 controller, and you can see that it spits out a few versions of software, so it might be a little bit different on yours, what you're going to see. Mine is AC07.00, DC07.10 / IC 07.00, and normally it comes up with reference position not active, and that's fine. You'll just clear the alarm and let the machine reference itself. So I'll turn off the machine, and I've actually installed a little breaker in between the battery and the CPU board and the CPU board itself, so I can interrupt the battery supply to the memory, and I've already disconnected it. I'll leave it off for a few seconds, and the reason why I put in this breaker was that I ended up in a situation where all I could get was a green grid on the machine. So then I desoldered the battery and soldered it back on, but then when I tried to load the software, the MSD stuff again, I ended up in a situation where I got the green grid back. So then I decided to put in a switch so I could turn on and off the battery backup as I pleased. Alright, so now I'll enable the battery again, but the memory should be reset now. So when I start up the machine, it will look completely different. So that doesn't look too good. It has some syntax errors and value out of range, and that's a dead giveaway that your machine has lost its memory content. So you need to reload the MSD. If you don't have a file with your MSD backup, most machines there is a sheet inside the back of the machine. I don't have access to it right now, but there is a sheet. And so basically the machine doesn't know what speed it should run the serial at or what protocols, so we need to set that. So let's just clear these alarm first and then go into edit mode. I don't know really how much you can see of my hands here, but I guess you're gonna have to trust that I'm pushing the correct buttons. I'll try to spell it out as I press them. Alright, let's go. So I'm in edit mode now, and I'm gonna look at D0. So Shift F gives me a D. You could enter 0 if you want to here, but if you just go for enter, it's gonna give you D0. Safety lock active, that's interesting. So we need to reset that. Hang on, we're not in monitor mode. Let's just reset, clear the alarms, go into edit again, and then enter monitor mode by typing MON. It's all in the manual, but just tell you what I'm doing here, MON, and then the word monitor should appear up here when you've successfully done it. Very good, so we're in monitor. Now we go for the D variable again. So Shift F gives me a D, enter, and that's way too quick for baud rate. So I'm running my machine at 4800. So that's what I'm gonna put in. And my backup is also 4800. 4800, enter, and now we want to go to 001. So if you want to, we can go to just type in an O and then hit enter and get to 001, or we can type so that's 00 and that's 001. So that's 240, and basically value of 121, just a clear word. Value 121 will give us 7 data bits, even parity, 1 stop bit. And I recommend that you make a cable that supports hardware flow control. So that's RTS, CTS, as it's named in the serial programs. That's special. It's not a special cable, it's a complete cable for serial transfers. That cable enables the control to tell your PC, don't transfer anything more, I'm way too busy processing what you've already sent. So that's a very reliable way, and as far as I know, that's the only way to get to 4800 boards. Alright, so now the machine is set up. I'm gonna pause the video and show you the PC setup. Alright, so I have I've become accustomed to this program TerraTerm, and but it's just a serial console. So let's set up the serial port. I'm using COM5, 4800, 7 bits, even parity, 1 stop bit, and the flow control is RTS CTS, which is a hardware for flow control. I can't remember why, but I put in a 33 millisecond delay here on each character, and it seems to be working fine. So that's all good. Let's just show the. We can reset the port. We can clear the buffer. Now we're already all set to go. So I think I'll go. Hang on. Let's have a look at the files that we're going to load. So this is Notepad++, and I've set it to view all characters. Show symbol. No, that's not it. Yeah, no, that's it. Show symbol, show all characters. So that enables me to see carriage return, line feed, and other weird symbols. So this is the backup that we'll be loading, and you can see that it has some weird characters in it. I mean, in the beginning, you can sort of figure out what's going on here. If I remove these view all symbols, it's gonna look pretty human readable. So it's like a big bunch of characters. But if you enable all the symbols, you'll see that there are a few extra in there. And I don't know how sensitive your machine is, but my machine cannot load a backup that doesn't contain these ETB symbols. So if you have a stored backup that doesn't contain these symbols, basically this is what it should look like. So you can probably edit it. That's what I had to do. I had an ASCII backup and that didn't work at all. Alright, so this is a file we're going to send over to the machine, and that will restore the MSD. Then we're going to do some special stuff to restore the positional offsets and the tool offsets. But let's start with the MSD backup. I'll pause again and show the stuff that we're going to enter on the control panel. Alright, so we're back here. So our next step is to just reset. And since we're loading through the RS232 port, we're going to need to do this 3 times. but basically you do it all in one go. So you tell the computer to receive the file, and then we go to the PC and we send the same file 3 times. So the step to get the system to receive the MSD file is to type, we'll select the RS232 port, which is soft key 2, and then we'll type in MSD. So that's M, S, and the D is still Shift F, and then we'll press the input soft key, which is soft key 1. Now it says MSD loading from ROM disk, and we get a small indication up here. I don't know if every machine gets it, because once I have loaded this software, it seems to go away. So maybe it's a setting, I don't know. But we'll get it for the first file, and then it seems to be stuck. It's not going to update anymore, but it's still going to read the contents of the file. So I'll pause the video and show you the PC when we send the file. Okay, now we're back at the PC, and I'm going to send that file in binary mode. So that's an extra tick mark that you're going to have to make sure that you have ticked. So I'll pick the VMC-100 backup file that I've made, and I check the option for binary. You can see that. Let me check the camera. Oh, you can't. Okay, so it's 4 at the bottom. That's the check mark. So let's go. So do this 3 times, but just for your own information, I will swing the camera after the first send, so you can see the file indication in the control going up. So I'm sorry about the swinging of the camera, but you're gonna have to live with that. So now you can see it. The terminal doesn't really show that it's a slow transfer. Let's see if we can see that indication. Yeah. You should be seeing that it's counting up to 205, and then it's going to seem stuck. So I'm just going to send the file again over at the PC. Send file. Pick the same backup file in binary mode, send it over, and then I'll do it one final time. It's on its way. So you can see the indication is still stuck at 205, and that confused me quite a lot. I'm just gonna pause the video a little bit and give you a better view. Yeah, so the question now is how long should you wait while it's loading? I have no idea, but it shouldn't take that long, I think. So I seem to remember that I've actually gotten the MSD loading complete message once, but I'm not sure if I'm misremembering that or not, but I haven't seen it again. But I've been able to load the machine without that message, so just wait for a few seconds and then we'll reset the machine and see if it looks better. I think it should be done. You can, for instance, see that it's an inch at the moment, and that should go away if we reset the machine. I'm just going to hit reset for fun, and then we'll turn it off. Yeah, it's still an inch. Let's turn it off. And turn it back on. Yeah, so that wasn't completely successful. So we loaded 3 times. Again, see if we can get it going. So I'll yeah, no, you can follow along if you want to. That's fine. So just clear these messages, get into edit, shift to monitor mode. Check what's in DU0. 4800 looks brilliant, and probably 001 is fine. Yeah, it's 121, so that's all good. So let's just hit reset, go back into RS232 mode, type MSD. I almost hit enter, but we're going to press the input interface error. That's interesting. Let's just try to do that again. Seems to be wanting to load, so let's send it once. Let's repeat this 3 times. As you see now, we don't get this indication up in the corner that it's actually doing anything. But it did switch to millimeters all of a sudden, so that seems promising. It's interesting. Program not found. I've never seen that, but let's just ignore it. CE. Let's hit reset. RS232, let's type MSD, then input, loading again, let's send the same file again, file, send file, save backup, binary mode. I should have timed the time it takes to get to the 205, but you can spend a few seconds here waiting. So reset, let's do it again. RS232, MSD, input. The manual is not very clear on what's supposed to be happening here, but I've managed to get the machine up and running quite a few times, but it's a couple of years in between every time, so it's on its way. There's absolutely no indication that anything is happening. I'm fairly convinced that after this round of sending, it should be fine. As far as I remember, the last session when I got it running, like a few hours ago, I seem to remember that I did send it 3 times in a row. So I'm just going to keep sending it 2 more times. Let's send it again. actually, I didn't send it. Let's try the reset and do it again. Because this is what the manual says. You should do this procedure 3 times. MSD, hit input, send it 3rd time. I wish I had written it down the last time it happened, exactly what I did. Now we got the program not found message again. That's interesting. I have no idea what that's about. Let's just reset the machine now. We've done it 3 times, we're happy. See what it looks like. Seems fine to me. Tool 6500, that doesn't seem very reasonable. Let's just turn it off and turn it back on and see what it looks like. Yeah, we're still not there. Still the value's out of range, and so that's a dead giveaway that the old MSD is not loaded. So let's just hit clear, get back into edit mode. Let's check the monitor. We still have our serial transfer speed and settings. So D0 4800. And 121 and 0001, that looks good. Let's reset. Let's go into RS232 port. Let's type MSD and then input. Interface error again. I wonder if that's some remnants or something on the serial port, but we'll just reset it. Could reset the serial port, but let's try it one more time before we reset the serial port. Yeah, must have been some characters left on the line. So this time I'm going to send the file 3 times. Still don't get any indication. For some reason the Paratern program decided to show a progress bar this time when it's sending the file. Normally it just fills up the screen buffer immediately. So this is a bit slower. It's probably my 30 milliseconds per character wait time. On the PC. Let's just wait a bit. now, so let's send it the third time in a few seconds. Yeah, so that's the third time. Well, let's talk a little bit about the tool offsets and the position offsets. So basically I've dumped out my tool offset at one point, and that was only a few tool offsets, and then I copied them over so I can fill the whole 99 table. So the table is, I think the maximum is 99, but I've made a custom file. I'll show it later on the PC. But I filled it with zeros, so we're gonna look at the tool offset table, and it's gonna just be random numbers at the moment. But by transferring that zero file, we can zero everything out, including the positional offsets, and then we'll transfer my backup. That should get the machine in a decent state. I assume that I have to go through all the tools and make sure that all the offsets are correct, but I don't think I've changed more than maybe a couple of tools since the last backup. So it's at 65% on the last file. I think it's a shame that you don't get this progression update on what's happening. Like, obviously they had some code that did it in the default state. So if anyone knows what variable to change, please type it in the comments, please. I mean, I have good backups of this machine, so it's not a big drama to load it. If you can give me the variable name, we can try it out. So it seems the sending is done. I don't think it should take much more time for it to complete. But we still don't get any MSD loading complete message or anything, so that's just. But we also did not get that 850 message. So I assume maybe it's gone better this time. I don't know. I hit the reset button and then we're gonna turn it off. Turn it back on. That looks much better. So now we don't have any alarm messages except for the reference position, and that's fine. So I think we're good. So let's try to zero out the machine. Turn on some lights here so you guys can see. So basically, we clear the alarm and you turn on the auxiliary power to the machine and hit cycle start. So I'm going to show what the machine does. If I can get to the cycle start button. Very undramatic. So I'll show you the results on the screen. I mean, I can imagine buying one of these machines and not getting it to run. That must be a horrible feeling. So basically you end up at your zero positions. These are programmable. So they are called the R parameters. We have a feed of 300, a speed of 0, and the tool is 0. So that means that the tool changer is not initialized, so we need to do that manually. And the way that I do that is I put it into manual mode and ask it to change position of the tool. Sorry, I'm not asking it, I'm telling it to rotate, and you have to pass 0. That's how it gets. So basically I'm gonna, can I do this without passing the camera? No, I can't. So I'm just gonna press the manual jog button and the tool, the rotate button for the tool changer. And I'm just gonna let it go through. Okay, so that's how it gave me a error code, and I have no idea what it means, but it's super scary the first time you see it. Don't worry about that. Just hit the same button again, and you should be fine. So hit the manual jog button, and while depressing that, press the rotate turret button. Oh, sorry. You have to clear the error first. So I don't know if you heard that small click, but that actually is a limit switch that tells it that it's at positions 0, 1, 0, 0. So now we're good. We've loaded the MSD, and that's like the first step. So let's have a look at the tool offsets. So I'm going to press the edit button here, and then the tool offset, which is Shift T. And you can see that it's only tool 0 that is zeroed out, and the rest of them is garbage. I don't know who has a 10 meter long tool and a 10 meter turret that can actually use it. So we're gonna load the custom file. I think I'm gonna pause the video and bring up the file so you can see it. Okay, hang tight. Yeah, sorry about that. It's not really easy to see. But basically it's a file where everything's zeros. So I guess you can create this yourself if you know how to do it. So I'll scroll to the bottom of it and show you the bottom of it as well. So it's tool 01 all the way down to tool 99, and then there's this null pattern which tells the software in Emco that a new file is coming, and these G01, G02, that's the positional offsets. I don't know who came up with that nomenclature, but I guess that's what we have, so we're gonna have to live with it. So the command we're going to use in the control is just a straight L, load anything that comes on the line. So I'll show you how to do that. Just a second. Okay, so just to show how the interface, when you load that, it will actually bring up this tool table itself. So I'm just going to hit reset. So we're still in edit mode, and we have to be to load anything, so that's fine. So I'm going to hit the RS232 port, and I'm going to type just a single L for load. And then press input instead of enter. It's very tempting to press enter, but you're not supposed to. Program not found, that's fine. Yeah. RS232. Oh, sorry, it's no O for open. Shift O. And then input. It's fine. Interface here again, probably some stray characters on the line. Just press input again. Loading from ROM disk, it says. And I'm just going to send over the file that you saw earlier. You don't have to see when I press the buttons on the PC. File, send file. And I named it tool offset 0. Here we go. That was completely unsuccessful. That's a bit disappointing. So I'm just going to close the transfer, reset the port, control, reset the port. Clear the buffer. I don't think that has any point actually, except for clearing the screen for me. So we're gonna reset. I'm actually gonna reset the whole machine because I don't know if there's any stuff left on the line. So let's hope that this clears it up. It's fine. Going to edit mode. RS232, open, press input. That looks good. So send the same file again. Yeah, now it worked. I don't know what happened. You can see that it actually brings up the tool offset table and resets them all. So this is a good visual confirmation. It's sad that they didn't do the same for the MSD parameters. It would have been so nice. You see at the top it says interface 1 tool data, and I assume it's gonna shift over to positional data at the end, where we get the two PSOs getting reset to 0. So if there's anyone that has any few more tricks up their sleeves concerning reloading MSD and all the tool offsets and PSOs, please let me know, because I think this is it's working, but it's not really convenient. So now it's in position offsets. I don't know if you managed to see that, but now it's complete. So that's all, I guess. Oh no, sorry. We're gonna have to load the correct tool offsets also. So the layout of the file is the same as you saw before, and I guess your tool offsets and PSOs won't be the same as mine. So I'll just show you the controller, how we load that. Let's push reset. That's fine. Let's clear the error away. RS232, shift open, and input. Now it's entering the correct numbers for me, so I don't have to redo all of that. Now you can see what type of tools. I always enter the radial number even if I don't use it. I mean, my CAN does it for me, but I think it's a nice confirmation to see is it the same tool that I have in the machine. You can like immediately see if the radii has shifted more than a few millimeters. It's nice visual confirmation. Alright, I think that's it, guys. Again, like if you have any tips or tricks that you want to share, please make a video or put it in the comments below. There's multiple places where people discuss these old Emco machines. There's Facebook, there's quite a few places. Alright, see you in the next video.